Hello, this is Hiroshi Hayashi, Hamama City, Japan. Today's story is about the mystery of Yonaguni-jima and a very strange rock named Jinmen Iwa, or a man look sort of a rock which looks like a sort of a face of a man. This is a sort of a request given by me, given by Mr. M.I. He wrote to me, and in which he asked me to examine Jinmen Iwa, or sort of a human face rock. First of all, I'd like to explain about the Yonaguni-jima, which is a sort of a man-arranged or man-constructed island. Here you can see the very beautiful lines here, and here is the center, and also you draw a circle here. And now have a look at these lines, and you will know how Yonaguni-jima was designed and sort of arranged by aliens. I say aliens because this is not human. Human could not do this, and even now we could not do this. This is Yonaguni-jima, and Yonaguni-jima is a very important island for aliens. Sort of, it's a sort of landmark in Eastern Pacific Ocean. Now you see how it looks like. Yonaguni-jima looks like. Okay, and this is the Yonaguni-jima. It's a sort of basic sort of a shape of Yonaguni-jima. Very much arranged and very much calculated geometrically, and three parallel lines and three parallel lines, and it's also another three parallel lines. Now you see this is Yonaguni-jima, right? So I say Yonaguni-jima is a sort of main arranged island like Easter Island and Moria Island near Tahiti, next to Tahiti Island. They are very much sort of shaped as they like, and each part of the island shows a direction to each very important major foothold on the earth. Now you see how it looks like on the actual sort of a map. Yonaguni-jima is like this anyway. Because the angle between them is 60 degrees and 30 degrees, and each line shows a direction to each major foothold, which about which I will talk to you a bit later. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and my friends, Yonaguni-jima is not an island which you see in somewhere else. Very much calculated. I say for aliens, it is not a difficult job. And this is the basic shape of Yonaguni-jima, and Jinmen Iwa, the rock about which I talked, is here. It's on the just line, is on the very important line to Giza. This is Jinmen Iwa, and he asked me if it is a dolmen or not. I say this is not a dolmen. Dolmen is a sort of an easy platform for aliens, but this is not a sort of a platform. The reason one is that there is not sort of a underground room. There is not underground room. Each domain has got an sort of a room or shelter, but this Jinmen Iwa has no underground sort of a room to have a rest, as far as I have examined. Second, this is very obviously artificially carved, and third, and the rock is here on the line to Giza, Egypt. Directly, this line will take you to Giza, And this line will take you to Teotihuacan. And this line will take you to Dunhuan, Tongko, a major sort of a Buddhist foothold in Asia. And this line will take you to Cross Point, Africa. And this line will take you to near Nazca or near Atacama or another place, or Mount Koipasa, which is sort of a very, very important alien's homeland. And Prehavihia, this line will take you to Prehavihia, another foothold in Southeast Asia. I say these lines show the direction to each very important major foot. That means that is to say that Yonaguni-jima was or is sort of a human, not man arranged, not human arranged island. Or who could do this? And in the next, in the following videos, I'd like to explain a little bit more about the mystery of Yonaguni-jima. There is a underwater ruins just around that Jinmen Iwa. That's rock, human-faced rock. So this is a underwater ruins just on the coast shore of the Yonaguni-jima. And stubborn and conservative archaeologists say that this is a sort of nature made of by nature effect. But this is a sort of underwater ruins made by man, not humans, but man, or aliens. Now you see, I will take you to this is a line from Giza to Prehavihia directly, and this line comes from Giza, Egypt, and this line comes to Prehavihia, and from Prehavihia up to right top, 120.00 degrees. 120.00 degrees is a sort of very important lines on the Earth, because they use this sort of map, and this angle between them is 120.00 degrees. This line will take just over the Yonaguni-jima here. Okay, this line is a line from Prehavihia at angle of 120 degrees. Now you see Yonaguni-jima is here, and the line is running here. In here, you can see two very strange shaped rocks, and underwater ruins are here. And this is sort of, I think, a symbol which shows underwater ruins, or you may think so like this. And this, I think these rocks are very strange because it is cut straight. Or maybe it is a nature effect. And another rock is here, as if it stood like a sort of a landmark, which shows the direction to underwater ruins. What do you think about this rock? And also, it's got a very straight, very strange, very straight lines, cutting lines, two lines here. And this rock is just as if it was standing on another rock. So just near this, just near here, you can see underwater ruins. Now this is it. What do you think about this underwater ruins? So, seeing is believing. So, it is a matter of you whether you think this is underwater ruins or not. Or these are all created by nature effect? But I don't think so, I say. So, in number 64, it's a very old one, October 11th, 2012. Just 1 year ago, I made this video. When I first made this this video, nobody paid attention, pay any attention to this video, or they say, or I was maybe laughed at. But how do you explain this fact? Very geometrically arranged. This is Yonaguni-jima, right? Is this island we say make coincidence? Yes. I don't think so. And this line will take you to Giza, as I told you before. I'm sorry, repeat the same story again. And I'll show just here in this video, I'll show you the line to Giza, this red line, and Teotihuacan. This line will take you to Teotihuacan, Mexico now, the sort of international hub airport for alien pilot. This line will go straight to Teotihuacan. Or you draw a line from Teotihuacan to Yonaguni-jima, and you can make sure by yourself. And this line will take you to Dunfan. Dunfan is a sort of like foothold for Asia. This line, green line, will take you to Dunfan, a sort of a major foothold for Asia. And this line will take you to Nazca, but not exactly to Nazca. Near Atacama, or I can say this line will take you to Coipasa, sort of a alien's homeland, very important homeland in I think it's Bolivia or Chile somewhere. I don't know the name of the country, but Coipasa mountain, a volcano. And this line will take you to Cross Point Africa, or Cross Point Indian Ocean. This is also another very important major foothold in there. And this line will take you to, yes, Mohenjo-daro. And for Japan, Mohenjo-daro is a sort of a very important sort of a foothold, and many Japanese ruins and sort of old ruins belong to Mohenjo-daro. And also we can find some very strange shaped island, 1, 2, 3. Also, I say these islands have been arranged sort of artificially by aliens. This line will take you to Cross Point, China, and this line will take you to Ashitakeyama near Hiroshima, sort of a Japanese pyramid, and this line will take you to somewhere, and the Cross Point, China too. Anyway, I say these sort of islands sort of I show the direction to local foothold around here. Yonaguni-jima is a sort of island which shows a direction to major foothold of the world, and these other 3 islands are sort of landmark islands which shows the direction to local foothold just around here. So there's a little bit errors. There are some errors, but it's not so important for aliens, because alien could see roughly the direction to that football, and they fly over it, and then they can see the land with their eyes. Okay. Not Nazca. I think Coipasa or Atacama or somewhere there. It was a very old it was one very old one, so I'm sorry. This morning my brain is not working. My brain is a sort of Japanese mode, not English version. I got 2 brains. One is the Japanese and another one is in English. And number 6 is 3, the same one this time in Japanese. And this is Yonaguni-jima. So, if you are aliens or foreigners, please do come to Yonaguni-jima, and you will know that this island is a very strange island. Anyway. These 2 lines are running very parallelly. And the angle is 60 degrees. I'm sorry, again I repeat the same story, so you get boring, I know. And also here is a very small island. Here, you can see. Can you see here? So that's line also running parallel along with the line, coastline of Yonaguni-jima. And this is a circle, and half circle and a half circle here. Yes, here this is a correct. Sorry, this is anything is blurring, so judge by yourself, right? I'm sorry, I can't explain it in proper in English, but what I want to say here is that Yonaguni-jima had been very much arranged, constructed by aliens, or sort of I think arranged is proper English. I hope so. I hope so. He said parallel lines. And you can see, yeah, at the foot of the triangle here, you can see Ganmen, Jinmen Iwa, sort of a man-faced rock. Again, I will show you again very roughly. And center is here. Another center is here. And 90 degrees. And 60 degrees and 30 degrees. This is the base curve degrees you can see in Yonaguni Island. So East Island is a sort of almost right-angled triangle, and Moria Island is a sort of a right triangle, very beautiful triangle, right? And each part of the line shows a direction to each international foothold, South Pacific Ocean, as to Moria Island next to Tahichi Island. Anyway, this is a story about Yonaguni-jima, now in Japan. So, Yonaguni-jima used to be a very important foothold for aliens, along with Easter Island and Moria Island and other small islands on the world, in the world. And this is the end of the story about Yonaguni-jima, but I repeat the same story again. So this is the underwater ruins just off the coast of Yonaguni-jima. You see. So yes, this is a rough design of the underwater ruins. This is the International Harbor Airport, Teotihuacan. All the sort of pilot, or now we call UFOs, flew from here to each place. This white line will take you to North Pole. And this line will take you to Dunfan. And 16 degrees. Now you come to Yonaguni-jima. This is one route, Route 1. There are several routes from Teotihuacan to Yonaguni-jima. The second one is this. You can come to Teotihuacan via Forever Here. Forever Here is a sort of a foothold for aliens. This is cross point line from Giza and Dunfan, 50 degrees. Yonaguni-jima is here. Route 3. So I just what I'm saying is here is that there are 3 or 4 route from Teotihuacan to Yonaguni-jima. And Yonaguni-jima seems to have been a very important major foot forward. This is a sort of a route via Inshu and Yonaguni-jima. Inshu is on just almost on the way from the Dunfan to Yonaguni-jima, and North Pole is here, and Dunfan, Inshu, and up to Yonaguni-jima. So just I'm talking about the possibilities or sort of alien took when they wanted to come to Yonaguni-jima. So I say people should know more about the importance of the Yonaguni-jima along with Easter Island and Moria Island next to Tahiti, and Maui next to Hawaii Island. And yes, Hawaii, Maui Island is a very, very important island. I have shown you in other videos. And this line will take you to, have a look, watch carefully, right? This line will take you to from Yonaguni-jima. Yes. Katatujuta or Ul. Mount August, Katatujuta is a very important major foot forward in Australia. Now I'm showing you here each line will take you to a very important major foot forward in the world, and this line will take you to cross point here. This is another cross point in Indian Ocean. Sort of a cross point is a sort of a datum point. And this line will take you to east, near Nazca, but not exactly to Nazca. This is my mystery. Why? When I saw this at first, I thought this was a mistake. But there is a very important alien's homeland named Koipasa, which is very similar to Mars. Circumstances of Koipasa mountain is very similar to those in Mars, Mars. And have a look at this small island. This line is a very strange island, very sharply cut, and this line is just parallel, running together parallelly with other very important lines on Yonaguni-jima. So skeptical people will say these are just coincidence. Many times I have been told coincidence. But it is easy to say so, just coincidence. But so many coincidences, right? Which means these are not coincidence. Very much calculated. Yonaguni-jima shows also the direction to local point in Japan, or probably in Taiwan or in China, but I have few information about Taiwan and China, so I'm sorry. Yonaguni-jima is a sort of very important island for Japan as well as for China, probably. Though I have not yet examined and checked. Have a look at this Easter Island. Okay, I'll show you. This is also another man-arranged island on the Earth. Here is a very strange sort of a point here, right? And I connect them with lines. And now you see this is a sort of a right-angled, almost right-angled lines here. This is the center. So I just correct the center of the island. The almost 90 degrees, 45 degrees, almost. This is not exactly 90 degrees, a little bit more than 90 degrees, but this is very similar to the shape of the pyramid in Egypt. So aliens arranged this island into this shape for fun. I think so. And from East Island to Nazca and Giza, it's a straight line up to Giza. And from Inshu to perhaps here. Inshu is this oldest sort of a culture civilizations in the East, in Asia as well as in the world. And maybe this is a coincidence, but this is a very Yonaguni-jima is a sort of a very strange island which shows a sort of distance and lengths. And here is Yonaguni-jima, about 90 degrees, not exactly 90 degrees. Anyway, the more you examine Yonaguni-jima, the more you know that Yonaguni-jima is a very strange island. Thank you very much. From now on, this is a sort of a Japanese edition, so see you again next time. Bye.